Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who video. Today we're going to be discussing, once again, the Doctor Who 60th anniversary. Now more specifically, we're going to be discussing Wild Blue Yonder, the second of the 3 feature-length specials which see the return of David Tennant as the Doctor. Well, he's not playing the 10th Doctor now, he's the 14th Doctor. It sees the return of Donna Noble and the rest of the Noble family along with Donna's daughter. But you all know this. Episode 1, we know, features Beep the Meep, or just the Meep as they're calling it now. And then obviously we know that the third and final special features a showdown between Neil Patrick Harris's Toymaker and the 14th Doctor, and possibly 15th Doctor, but we'll get into that later. But Wild Blue Yonder, Episode 2, we know basically nothing about, and Russell T Davies has gone on record as saying he hopes and nobody knows anything about until broadcast. In a Doctor Who magazine a few months ago, he said it was like his dream that nobody would spoil, nobody would know, it's not really shown in the trailers properly. Wild Blue Yonder is just a surprise to everyone. So my question today is, what's happening in that episode? Who's the villain or villains of that episode? Well, I mean, in terms of villains or villain, we had this poster the other day, which is our first look at Wild Blue Yonder, and we see this weird looking thing. It's kind of funky. He reminds me of Gadget from the Waters of Mars. There's not too much to say. We have no context. We have no idea what this weird alien mechanical thing is, but it looks quite cool. It looks kind of friendly. I'm wondering whether it's going to be on a similar trajectory as Beep the Meep, in that he looks nice and friendly, but in actuality is evil and has a plan of doom. We have no idea who's in this special. Are there going to be returning doctors? Is it going to be returning companions? Is it going to be returning villains? Or is it all going to be completely new? Another thing Russell has said about this episode is that it's completely different to any Doctor Who that we've ever seen before. Does that mean stylistically? Part of me did start thinking maybe it's going stylistic, like the whole episode's one shot or something. I mean, probably not, but that would be a cool, interesting, creative decision. The other day they announced that the Blu-rays for this 60th anniversary celebration, the 3 episodes, are coming out soon. There's a steelbook, you can go and pre-order them on Amazon, HMV, etc. now. But within the special features, it says this: the cast introduced the villains, note the plural, in Wild Blue Yonder. Maybe it's not that anybody thought it was, but it's not just that friendly looking robot guy. Of course, it could just be an introduction to the Toymaker. Maybe this is in the Toymaker's realm or something like that. But point is, we just don't know. There were also a lot of people, a surprising amount of people, it's almost definitely not happening, but in a trailer released by Disney+, a load of people are swearing that they can hear John Simm's voice. Obviously, John Simm played the Master ages ago. I say ages ago, he came back in 2017 for the Doctor Falls and was brilliant. Dr. Falls, World Enough and Time, best Doctor Who 2-parter in my opinion. I'll play the clip because while I can completely see where they're coming from, and it does really sound like John Simm, I think that might be one step too far in the fan theory realm.
Who is he?
The one who waits.
It does sound like him though.
The one who waits.
But then, why on earth would Disney Plus put his voice in the trailer if it's supposed to be a big secret that John Simm's in the episode? Well, to be fair, they did spoil the return of Melanie Bush in the 60th anniversary in that very same trailer. She's just sort of stood in the background of a shot where they definitely should have tried to hide her, because I think Russell and co wanted that to be kept secret, but Disney Plus have put that out there. So it's not completely implausible that if John Simm does make a cameo or something, they've popped him there. Realistically, it's obviously the Toymaker saying that. I think Neil Patrick Harris plays a bunch of different people with different accents. We've seen like a German version of the Toymaker, then the Top Hat version. So who knows? It's probably Neil Patrick Harris doing a cool accent. And also narratively, would it really make sense to bring the Master back this soon? The last episode we had, and I know it aired over a year ago, but Power of the Doctor, that was a Master Doctor story, would you then do it right away in the 60th? No, realistically, no. The Master, sadly, I love the Master, but the Master's not back. It's just not happening. That initial preamble and waffle out the way, I asked you guys over on the Confused Adipose Instagram page, go and follow it if you want to interact more, get updates on our fan films, etc. Speaking of fan films very quickly, by the time this video comes out, DW 2012 will have released their trailer for their 60th anniversary, which I have a guest role in. What are we gonna do? And I'm not joking when I say it's genuinely brilliant. Probably the best one they've ever made. I'll link it in the description, go check it out. DW 2012, great crew, great team, yeah. But as I say, I asked you guys this question over on Instagram, so I'll just read through your responses and give you my thoughts and theories. The Doctor will be forced in and out of old incarnations in a trippy experiment by something unknown. That would be amazing, and I really do hope that happens. I don't know how feasible it is, and I mean, I did make a theory video on this ages ago because the 14th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver toy could sort of change colours to each of the different Doctor's colours and stuff. And especially for a 60th anniversary, without having to incorporate the Doctors in a ridiculous way, you could have Matt Smith show up for a scene if he degenerates into Smith or something like that. That could also explain how the 14th Doctor has David Tennant's face again. Maybe it's something to do with the toy maker and he's doing all of that evil stuff, degenerating the Doctor. That would be really, really cool. Realistically, as much as I love that idea, and I think it is a really, really nice one, I don't think it's going to happen. I think these specials are just going to be a few returning companions, a Doctor and Donna, and a returning villain. I don't think it's multi-Doctor. We just had Power of the Doctor with Guardians of the Edge. Anyway, on to the next one. It says, we're going to kick its arse. Yep, now, this is the quote we saw from Donna in the trailer. Fantastic quote. One of the most Donna Noble things to ever be said. But what is it that scared the TARDIS away in Wild Blue Yonder? Something's terrified it. Oh, I don't know why I ever trusted my audience to give good, honest theories and answers. Tom Baker talks about curry sauce. Now, there's a clip that, if you know, you know, of Tom Baker saying a certain something, which I'll leave to the imagination. Next theory is similar to the first one, a multi-Doctor story in an infinite corridor prison in the Doctor's mind. Now, yeah, I've talked about the multi-Doctor aspect, but an infinite corridor prison in the Doctor's mind, that is a possibility, because every shot we've seen so far of Wild Blue Yonder is in those weird long corridors. Even Donna pushing open the button to go through, the TARDIS leaving, they're all in corridors. And how much more Doctor Who-y can you get than running up and down corridors for an entire special? I think, I don't know, maybe it's going to be experimental, it's going to be different, there's going to be some weird stuff going on, but I do love the idea of like them being trapped in there and in the Doctor's mind as well. Temporalson says, I think it's going to be a retelling of Big Finish story, The Cannibalists. Now, I've never heard that Big Finish story, but I wouldn't say it's impossible that this is going to be another sort of adaptation. Obviously, episode 1 is an adaptation of the 1970s comic, The Star Beast. It's almost a beat-for-beat recreation, just introducing the 14th Doctor and Donna Noble's family throughout. So yeah, I don't actually know what this story is. Probably give it a Google later, but yeah, I could see it being a Big Finish adaptation. Ollie the Time Lord says the toy maker is going to psychologically torture the Doctor and Donna. Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. I am hesitant though. I think the toy maker will probably fully kick into play maybe at the end of episode 2 or throughout the entirety of episode 3. I think there'll be something else, something secret in Wild Blue Yonder that we don't know about yet. Probably not the Master, as I said earlier. But maybe, probably not Daleks either. And you're not going to do Cybermen. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it's something completely new. That could be cool. I know it's an anniversary special, but yeah, it's probably, possibly, maybe something new. Liam Christopher Brown says something blue. Yes, I guess so. There'll probably be something blue in there. We've got another suggestion here. Face a bunch of old monsters. That would be kind of cool. Like, I don't know, if the Doctor is trapped in one of these, like, eternity prison things that I was discussing a minute ago, what if it's like the Toymaker's trapped him in there with all of his worst memories, and you've got all these companions that he's let down over the years, all of his old faces that have made mistakes, and he has to fight his way through a bunch of, like, classic monsters. So you could have a bit of Dalek in there, you could have A bit of Cyberman, a bit of the Master, maybe. That's maybe where you get a Master cameo. Just a bunch of old nostalgia-y stuff. Also, for new viewers, it would act as like a nice little crash course into the big iconography stuff of Doctor Who. So if you get a little scene with Daleks, Cybermen, etc., kind of similar to the Five Doctors, where you've got like the Death Zone with a bunch of different monsters and stuff. This one is slightly bizarre. They will devour a corpse which has been slowly evolving to be like Donna. Scherzo. I think that's another Big Finish story. Once again, another one I have not heard. Let me know in the comments what this is talking about, or maybe this is just a really random suggestion. I don't know. Here is a very interesting point. The edge of existence. So I presume this is alluding to the Edge, which is the place that the 13th Doctor found herself at the end, or no, at the middle of Power of the Doctor, where she got to see all the classic Doctors' faces. Maybe there's going to be an Edge again, but this time it's the modern Doctors. I don't think you'd get Christopher Eccleston back, but David Tennant again with the 10th Doctor's face, Matt Smith with the 11th Doctor, Capaldi, maybe even Jodie Whittaker. But then logistically, is it too soon to bring back Jodie? And is there any point if it's only Matt Smith? Because Capaldi's also said he's not coming back. That could just be PR talk, though. I don't know. It would be interesting to see. I don't know. I used to kind of think they'd probably go back to the Guardians of the Edge stuff, but I'm guessing not now. I'd love it to be multi-Doctor, but I don't think it's going to be. We'll have to hold out till the 70th anniversary for that. And last comment is Susan. Yeah, the Doctor's granddaughter, that would be brilliant. I really hope Susan's somewhere in these three specials. Russell did kind of tease Susan, like what's going on with Susan ages ago, and the Doctor's only sort of proper known family member, if we're not counting the Doctor's daughter from the Doctor's daughter. Seeing Susan back would be really cool. I don't know how she'd fit in there, dimensions in time sort of stuff. No. That does bring us to the end of this theory video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, which villains you'd like to see return. As anyone who's watched this channel for a prolonged period of time will know, I want Omega to come back, or even if not Omega, bring Sutekh, because they're very, very similar. I just think Doctor Who kind of needs like a big Thanos-type godlike figure to be an overarching villain, and I know we've got the Toymaker for the anniversary, but something with a shouty, boomy, cool voice and a mask. Maybe I'm just a child. Hashtag bring back Omega. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you did enjoy. Yeah, all the Doctor Who news you want is coming to this channel around this 60th anniversary period. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.